Welcome back to another episode of Recreators. So in the previous episode we saw the entire plan Birdcage in full effect, and we saw a lot of fighting, and most importantly we saw Altair kind of like pulling out of the entire fight, being like, well, I'm gonna let you go for now, boys. So it seems like Birdcage hasn't fully succeeded yet, but we saw some cool fights. We also saw Magane show up, right, with Sota. We saw the entire stage being completely filled up, right? The crowd was going wild, the VAs were there as well. It was crazy. It was a cool episode. It feels like we are in the final stretch here. We'll see what Altair's gonna end up doing. We'll see how this is gonna go. And also we saw Blitzstalker at the end. Also, kind of not necessarily joining us just yet, but Suruga brought his daughter there. So he saw his daughter. Obviously, his entire reasoning behind joining Altair's side is because what happened with his daughter, how his story was written. And Suruga laid out some truths for him, being like, I mean, yeah, I'm doing this because I think it's entertaining, right? You don't think about these words being actual real words that have actual consequences on anyone, right? As you're writing them, you want to make them entertaining. You want to make them into a good story, and that's what Suruga was doing. But obviously, because it ended up coming true, Blitzstalker obviously hated Suruga, but we'll see how he's gonna take it now that his daughter is here. So yeah, let's find out. So if you wanna watch this, Uncut and Unblurred is always on Patreon in the description, and let's go into Recreators episode 18. Magane. Yep. I feel like I talked about this before, right? I think I mentioned this before, but I find this really interesting about food and stuff, because the flavor in their stories is only as deep and as, I guess, descriptive as the actual author describes it, as the author makes it, right? And usually that's like maybe one, two adjectives that they add to a word of being like, oh, this is this kind of burger. It's a juicy, good burger, but that's about it. So what the character tastes is just that, right? But here, you know, every single flavor that can be described within like those two adjectives is brought out in a dish like this. So it's really cool, right? I feel like it makes that big difference between the food that they eat in their own world versus the food that they eat here, right? She's still showing this card. I feel like Sota is getting through that entire thing though. I don't think Sota's gonna be falling for that anymore. I think he's talked about this entire thing enough to the others that he has a grasp on his own motivations and stuff. Here we go. That's what I wanted to see. Yep. Yep.
ばされたエリナを呼び戻したんや。
そんなことが。
ただそれには一つ関門があった。避けて通れん承認力の問題がな。でもそれはクリアされた。ここ一番でエリナを呼び戻してメテオラに協力させることをな。観客が認めたからや。今発売してる外伝の評判上々やで。パパ。
That's wild. Also, does she have like the same cloak as Meteora on?
娘は戻ってきた。あんたはどうすんねん。
You succeeded.
アルタイルに忠義を立ててもっぺん娘が死ぬところを見たいんか。それとも奴をいてこましてあんたの世界へ娘と一緒に戻るんか。どっちでも好きな方を選んだらええ。わからない。自分のためかもしれないし世界のためかもしれない。島崎さんへの罪滅ぼしのためかもしれない。もしかしたら周りで助けてくれる。
One thing that I am a bit not sure about is the entire thing of, you know, they're writing these side stories, these spin-offs, right, of all the wars converging. I'm pretty sure those are not direct plot advance. Like, this isn't actually like canon to the main plot of their each individual stories, right? It's kind of like a spin-off that they are writing that all converges into one thing. Like the main plot of the stories, I think, or are they actually taking these stories in this direction, like canon wise? I'm not certain. I thought it was kind of like a side story, and if that's the case, then Blitzstalker in his own canon story should still be the same Blitzstalker as before, right, of shooting Erina. But there is a different version of Blitzstalker that is going down the what-if storyline, right, and that Blitzstalker is going to reunite with Erina, right? That's the one where Erina is alive, if that's the case, right? If we assume that every single story is, you know, every single story has a world of its own. I think so, at least. I'm not 100% certain on how that entire thing works. So this Blitzstalker here, who's from the original Code Babylon, should still be the one who killed Erina, and when he goes back, there should be no Erina in his world, right? This Erina is from a different side story world. If that's the case. I don't know, maybe it's not the case. Hmm.
そのなんだかわからない自分の気持ちのために、君の欠けてるものを埋め合わせてもらうために、何をしてもいいとさえ思ってるよね。悪い子だな。私と同じ。人を人とも思わない。怪物だ。
Don't let her get to you. Don't let her get to you, Sota. Yes, nice. Nice. That's a crazy thing to say, but I respect it, Sota. I respect the backbone. Oh, these two are still fighting it out. Ooh! Ooh! Yo! Yo! Is she a fighting game character? She's blushing.
よく承認力得られたな。あれ、意外にみんなああいうの好きなんですね。
いや、完璧っすわ。いやー、緊迫してきました。この後の展開、どうなるんでしょう。あんなシーン収録しましたっけ、小松さん。
That's true, actually. They wouldn't remember that.
そんな悪い願い事が叶うなんて、本当に思ってるのかな。
叶わないかもしれない。でも、そんなの僕が決めることじゃない。本当に決めるのは、この人たちなんだ。
True.
認めてもらえなくてもいいじゃん。その熱量さえあれば別にいいんじゃないのかな。世界にはそういう人だっていたよね、確か。誰にも見せない作品をただ自分のためだけに書きまくって死んでった人。
その人だって、結局みんなに見てもらったからこそ作品は
Yep.
承認力は絶対の鍵だ。
He's 100% correct.
扉は開かない。
まず一つ。じゃあ次行こっか。君のやろうとしてることだけど、どこまで行ってもそれは嘘であって現実じゃない。結局はただのまがいもの。
それは黄金。
残念。
パイライト。
パイライトっていうのだね。硫酸を作るくらいしか使い道のないつまんない鉱石。別名フールズゴールド。見る人が見たら金塊に見える。でもどこまで行ってもこれは金じゃない。君が作ろうとしているものもそういう類のものなんじゃないのかな。君は神様かもしれないけど、君のために力を貸してくれる全知全能の神様はいない。でも作る方法は一つある。ね、聞きたい？花から全部嘘でいいのだよ。重要なことはそれらしい見せかけを作り出すこと。そうたきゅんが視力を尽くしてヒーヒーやんなきゃいけないことなんじゃないかしら。
Creating a fool's goal of your own, huh?
さっきも言ったけど、私たちは似た者同士。目的のために全てを飾れば嘘でもそれで構わない。そうすれば君の嘘は絶対に超えられなかった事実を超える。
バカにするな。僕は確かにお前と一緒かもしれない。でも、そんなやり方で、そんな薄っぺらい付け焼き場みたいなやり方で、
Don't let her get to you, Sota.
わけがない。
会場。さあ、これで君の作ったものは動き出す。承認力なんてまだるっこしいもの関係なく。ね。
どうして？
マガネちゃんのことの葉無限の欺きはね、言葉が定義するすべてをねじ曲げちゃうワクワクマッシブな能力なのだ。
畜生院、なんで僕に手を貸したんだ？
マガネちゃんはね、面白いことが好きなだけ。せっかく生きてるなら力の限り演
Is this thanks to Alice, you think?
畜生院、
おっと。そう、マガネちゃんは面白いことしか興味ないよ。これで君たちが勝てるかどうか、世界がどうこうなるかなんて超どうでもいい。でもね、そうたくん、君の考えていることがうまくいった時のアルタイルがね、どんな可愛い顔をするのかちょっと見てみたくなったのだよね。
Thank God. Oh!
そう思ったら止められなくって。
Oh, thank God that Magane is not against us at least.
せっかくだから釣りも返しておこう。まあ大したこともないことなんだけど、不良少年の文楽人形、あれもう飽きちゃったさ。
Hangakyo, what's her name?
嘘だ。
Hangaku.
君は半額を手放さないだろう。
打てば響く。
Oh, never mind. You got me.
というわけで、
女を殴るってのは
下がっててもらえるか。すごい恥ずかしい格好の姉ちゃん。
知ってますからそれはいいですからあなたに恨みはありませんが、ここで弾けないのであれば、私も手合わせさせていただきます。
肩を持ってんならしょうがねえな。
Oh, Hangaku's back. She wasn't lying. Oh, that's so hype. That's so hype.
綺麗な以外の価値なんて
Everyone hyping it up.
なんでみんなですごい
The crowd going crazy.
逆に金の価値を認めなかったとして、今度はこの子に別の価値が生まれるかって、それじゃあ馬鹿げた価値観をただ単にひっくり返しただけ。取れないブドウが酸っぱいって言ってるだけのさもしい行為。マガネちゃんは嫌いだな。
そう。君はどっちもどうでもいい。
私がこれを気に入ってるのはね、欲を書いて一喜一憂、こんなくだらないもののために死んだり生きたり争ったりするのが見てて幸せ感じる瞬間なわけなのだね。それはね、その黄金で生きたり死んだりするよりも、もう一つ輪をかけて頭悪いじゃん。超笑えるよね。それが人、それこそ人。私はだから人が好き。そうたくん、私の言ってること理解してもらえるかな。
That's a really cool thing to say. That's a really interesting conversation.
せっかくだからね、お客さんと私を楽しませておくれなのだよ。
この世界は矛盾した法則を許さない。君の存在だってきっとそうなる。
さて、どうかな。ここは物語の外側だよ。じゃあね。
That was an awesome conversation between the two. Dude, Magane is such an interesting character. Like, she's done some horrible stuff, but she's such an interesting character.
これで本調子だぜ。盛況だね。
Here he is. He's joining the fight.
どこで油売ってたんだい。野暮用があったもので。
He's not on your side, though.
随分と涼しい格好の娘さんだな。
こいつらは俺たちのチームだ。あんたは鎧女の方を。なんだ、どういうつもりだ。
私としてはじくじたるところだが。
ああ、
君のように察しが悪い男とバディは組みたくないが仕方がない。私は君たちの陣営に。
With a dance guy like you.
さあ、2回戦といこう。
Here we go.
残照のかがり火は未だに消えず、梅星のごとく、それはまた月白のごとくあり、健康な変化を汝に委ね、その証を小手に示せ。
これは。よし、発動した。
カノヤ、見えてる。時は来たってやつ。ブリッツ、なぜ戻った。愚かな。君は娘子のためにいればそれでよかったのだ。
星か、おっさん、ここから逃げろ。悪いな、これで決めるぜ。ファイヤー。
Oh, it's so epic. Oh, oh my goodness. Vaira! Oh, yo, get a second, bro.
僕の機体に概念凝集ブースト。セレジアには予定通り
は救えないのか。ならばやり遂げてみせよう。私は主人公だ。僕だって。主人公が2人だ。恐れることは何もない。
Let's go!
ざまあねえな、ショー。
ゆうや、俺はてめえを許さねえ。9日、荒木を殺したてめえを置いて、地獄には行けねえんだよ。
弥勒寺さん、やっぱりまだ言ってなかったんですね。おかしいと思った。落ち着いて聞いてほしいんですけ
He
ど。
didn't kill them.
ですね、師匠さん。妹さんと親友さんを
Oh!
弥勒寺さんじゃないんですよ。
はああ、お前にバイアールくれた占い師の親父いるだろ。うん。で、あいつからお前、俺のことをいろ
And
いろ
he trusted that guy?
黒幕はあいつだ。
Aww.
あいつネタバレ言いやがった。
He gave away the spoiler.
俺はここに来てから知ったんだ。俺な、なんでお前が俺を恨んでるのか。
The crowd is so invested.
お前のことだから、俺と戯れてんのが楽しいなと思って相手してたんだが。どうせ違ったみてえだね。当たり前だ。誰がてめえと遊びたいだけで殺し合いするんだよ、このバカ。ま、俺も何も言わずに出て行ったのは悪かったよね。てめえ、くそ。なんなんだよ、そのクソめちゃくちゃな話はよ。嘘つくんじゃねえ。嘘じゃねえよ。俺がお前に嘘こいて何の得があんだよ、ショー。相変わらずの熱血直情バカだね、お前。余計なお世話だ。
How dare you?
てめえなんでそんなこと。何から何まで知ってんだよ。何を根拠に。書いたやつから聞いた。あいつ。
ついに翔太優也が。
Yeah, he does. Because they are the actual characters that he wrote, so it makes sense, right? That's so fun. That's the fourth wall break. Oh my goodness. I would love to be the audience here for this. How cool would that be? Dude, how cool would it be to just be the audience in this kind of thing, even without the entire recreator's plot of like world is ending, this is all a reverse isekai, just being at that kind of event where your favorite stories, or at least some of your favorite stories, are all in one place, all of the authors are working together to create a story of their own, and they're broadcasting like a special thing, a special like anime or whatever of all those stories converging into one, and you see the characters interact with one another. That would be so hype. That would be so hype. Oh man. Oh. Go! Go! Oh no! It's the other guy! It's the other guy! It's the other guy! We still haven't seen him. We haven't seen him make a move at all. Bro? He's piloting an Ava. It actually is an Ava. Oh! Is that from her? It's Caron! I was like, wait, that sounds like that looks like Celestia's robot. And it looks exactly like, that's right, we saw Caron, didn't we? He does look like him, we saw the cover and stuff. Dude, what an episode. What an episode. This was great, man, this was awesome. So, the entire scene with Magane there and Sota was really interesting. Dude, Magane is so interesting because she's so unreliable because you don't know if what she's saying is a lie or the truth. So it's so hard to figure out what exactly she means by the things that she says, but that was an awesome conversation that they had there, and I'm really happy with how Sota, like how much Sota has grown, right? I feel like he's become a lot more confident now, luckily, thanks to everyone else around him. So it's a lot harder to like deceive him and stuff like that. So really cool to see that from Sota. And then all the fights were fantastic, right? Yuya is so funny. Yuya is so funny. I love that guy, right? Him even breaking the fourth wall for the other people watching this, being like, oh, the creator told me. And everyone's like, yeah, that sounds like something Yuya would say, okay? So that's awesome. That is so cool, but it seems like Charon has appeared now, right? Celicia has talked so much about Charon, so we'll see how she's gonna fare in a fight against him, right? And we'll see what he even thinks about this entire situation. Why is he on the side of Altair and all those things, right? I guess we'll find out, but that is... it's getting so interesting. I don't know how... like, there's 4 episodes left, so I don't know how this is going to go on for another 4 episodes. I feel like in the next episode we can conclude this fight, or at least that's what it feels like, and then there's just an epilogue left. But I guess we'll see. I guess something's gonna happen, right? Something big to prolong this, but I'm excited for it. Either way, I'm very excited for it, because I don't know how exactly this is going to end. It also feels weird because Altair, like, as much as she is the villain and stuff, it always feels like she... I don't know, she wants the best for each of the creations and stuff. She only has a grudge against this world, right? So it does feel a bit off, you know, fighting her and stuff. Or not necessarily that it feels off, but there's something about her that just feels... you feel bad for, you know? But yeah, we'll see where it's gonna go. I'm excited for it. This has been a fantastic episode. The OSTs are always... they always hit so hard. But for now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.